Coming up, fallen U.S. Marine Lance Corporal Alec Trawiski is on his way back home to Du Bois County, and county officials say they plan to honor the Du Bois Marine who was killed in Afghanistan on Monday. And could some Du Bois County government departments be allowed to use Facebook? Well, it's being considered. These stories and more next on 18 News. Hello, I'm Mick Burge. The body of fallen United States Marine Lance Corporal Alec Trawiski is on his way home to Du Bois County. The 21-year-old Trawiski and another Marine were killed Monday in a mine-sweeping operation in the Helmand province of southern Afghanistan. The body of Alec Trawiski will undergo an autopsy when it arrives early next week at Dover Air Force Base in Delaware, and the bombing incident is further investigated by military officials. It's not known how long it will take before the body is then returned to his family and brought back to Du Bois County. Now, this morning, Du Bois County Commission President Larry Vollmer says in honor of Lance Corporal Alec Trawiski's ultimate sacrifice on behalf of our country, all U.S. flags in Du Bois County on buildings and facilities will be dropped to half staff.
Yesterday I made a lot of phone calls trying to pinpoint when we would lower the flags at half staff. And in fact, even Mayor Seitz, I talked with him a little bit, and he's going to get back with me if he finds anything out. But the last I heard Lawson, Daniel Lawson from up at American Legion, he said we probably ought to do it when this Trawiski boy gets to Indiana. In other words, he's probably going to get flown in to Louisville, Kentucky from Dover, and when he crosses the river, then we'll lower the flags at half staff and tell everybody to lower their flags at half staff in honor of him losing his life.
Lance Corporal Trawiski was a 2010 graduate of Northeast Du Bois High School. He joined the Marines that summer. He was deployed to Afghanistan just this past April, his first tour of duty overseas. He is the second Northeast Du Bois High School graduate and resident of Du Bois and a Marine to be killed in action in the Middle East. Flags across Du Bois County were also ordered to half staff, and the body of 23-year-old Corporal Eric Leakin, a 2001 NDHS graduate, was brought home after he was killed April 22, 2006 in Iraq. This is home video of the large Jasper engine and transmissions flag being hoisted by ladder trucks from the Jasper and Huntingburg fire departments when Eric Leakin was brought home. His funeral procession passed under the flag as it crossed the Patoka River in Jasper on its way to the funeral at St. Raphael's Catholic Church in Du Bois. Now, this past Monday, Lance Corporal Alec Trawiski was killed less than 2 months from when his mission in Afghanistan was scheduled to end. Funeral arrangements for Lance Corporal Alec Trawiski are pending the Department of Defense's autopsy and that follow-up investigation, which could take anywhere from 1 to 3 weeks to complete. An autopsy report shows a parasite known as the brain-eating amoeba has killed a Martin County man. An autopsy report obtained by 18 News says 30-year-old Waylon Abel of Lagodi died of a rare infection known as primary amoebic angioencephalitis. The parasite thrives in warm water. State and federal officials have not yet confirmed the cause of death, but the autopsy report does list primary amoebic angioencephalitis as the primary cause of death. Waylon Abel died August 7th, a little more than 3 weeks after a family outing at West Boggs Lake north of Lagodi. The beach at West Boggs has been ordered closed. It was done so this past Friday after the autopsy report was released. Abel went to Jasper's Memorial Hospital 3 days before he died with headache, nausea, vomiting, and fever. The autopsy report says he was given antibiotics, but he returned 12 hours later and was diagnosed with what doctors suspected was bacterial meningitis. Abel's condition reportedly worsened on August 7th. He was placed on a ventilator and airlifted to St. Mary's Medical Center in Evansville, where he died hours later, just 5 days before his 31st birthday. A spokesman for the Centers for Disease Control says the CDC expects to receive and test samples of Waylon Abel's case yet this week. The CDC says there have been 3 confirmed primary amoebic angioencephalitis cases this year. They were in Minnesota, Oklahoma, and South Carolina. The Du Bois County Commissioners are considering allowing some county departments to use Facebook and other social media as a means to get needed information to the public. Currently, all county employees are prohibited from using Facebook at work. Donna Oning is the administrative director of the Du Bois County Health Department. She says being able to use social media websites like Facebook, Twitter, and others can be a valuable resource for her department and others.
The health department believes starting to utilize social media would be a huge advantage for us. We know that a lot of our patients' clients are the younger people, those that have young families, and many of those don't get their information the way we did when we were growing up, from the radio, the news at noon, or the newspaper. And we know, though, that information travels so quickly via social media. We know that many of the industry, the State Department of Health, IDEM, Memorial, they're all using Facebook and other social media ways. And we want to be able to use those same mechanisms to get our information out there quickly to the public and to the public that needs to see it.
Now, the idea is before the county commissioners. Oning tells us a statewide survey shows 84% of Indiana residents who receive WIC benefits also use Facebook, and that 54% of them use Facebook daily. Now, the State Health Department created a Facebook page back in May, using it to post information about topics such as smoke-free air laws, West Nile virus, and the recent salmonella outbreak. The commissioners have asked Du Bois County Auditor Kathy Hope to look into how other counties and the state are using Facebook and how they monitor its use and its possible abuse. 8th District Congressman Larry Bucshon, along with fellow Congressman Todd Young of Indiana's 9th District, are hosting a job fair tomorrow in Jasper at the Rooksor Gym on the campus of WJTS. The fair is also being held in cooperation with the Jasper Chamber of Commerce, Work One Southwest, as well as Du Bois Strong. It will take place from 3 until 6 p.m. with a special hour for just veterans at 2 p.m. Also at 2 o'clock, Bucshon and Young will speak to employers and job seekers to help kick off the event. Now, Bucshon says job fairs like this are critical in not only helping people find work, but also help employers recruit the right people.
I think it's very important to hold job fairs, get employers together, and give opportunities for unemployed people in the community to see what's out there, see what's available, so that they can find a job and get back to work. And also it benefits the community, because the community comes together to try to help everyone, because we're all in this together.
Now, there are 37 employers registered to participate tomorrow. More than 300 positions are available. For more information, go to bucshon.house.gov/job space, or make that hyphen fair. Again, the job fair is open to the public from 3 until 6 p.m. tomorrow at the Rooksor Gym at WJTS. All right, coming up, in their 80s, these guys are running well into their 80s. The benefits of running and life longevity. That's next in this week's edition of Losing It. And later in sports, Kurt talks with Forest Park football coach Ross Foos about last week's loss to Southridge and this week's chance to break into the win column.